U.S. Masters Swimming recognizes national records for only two open water races, a 1 mile and 2 mile cable swim, held on GPS measured courses. A month earlier, I'd broken the 2 mile record and immediately began thinking about the 1 mile standard. Cable swimming is unique in open water. Instead of dispersing widely, the pack stays close to the cable. There's more drafting, and you don't have to navigate as much.
Oh, no, this is good.
The swimmer in the pink cap is my training buddy and fellow TI coach, Dave Barra, who's 14 years younger and a good deal faster. My strategy in the race was to start fast, try to stay on Dave's heels, and basically chase Dave to the record. Dave was aiming for the national 40 to 44 record and thus planning to set an aggressive pace right from the start. As the fastest seated swimmer, Dave was given the inside position in the first wave. I hung as close as I could. Dave wouldn't usually begin a mile race with a stroke rate this high, but we'd both practiced higher rate swimming for 2 weeks to prepare for a fast start. Because I have little natural speed, there were still several swimmers with or ahead of me early on. Dave pulled away quickly, precluding any possibility of drafting off him, so I was on my own. Each wave included 10 swimmers with 30-second intervals between waves. This race was lightly attended since it was the Adirondack, not the national championship. In cable swimming, a large field is better because there's more opportunity to be pulled along by a fast-moving peloton. Not today, though. Dave is swimming at a rate of about 0.8 seconds per stroke, high for an open water mile, yet his stroke is still long and smooth. He uses a 6-beat kick, which is better suited for shorter races. I'm swimming here at about 0.9 seconds per stroke, about 20% higher than my usual rate for this distance. Dave and I both know our stroke length and had calculated the stroke rate needed for our goal times. We'd trained with tempo trainers for several weeks to swim at higher rates efficiently. By 200 meters, realizing I couldn't draft off Dave, I reduced my rate to a more sustainable level, about 1 second per stroke, and shifted my emphasis to integrating each stroke with hip and leg drive. The stainless steel cable is about 1 meter below the surface, easily visible when you're over it. I normally breathe to both sides when racing, but it was easier to follow the cable by breathing left in this race.
Going at a good clip. I hope he doesn't go out too fast, though.
The Adirondack mountain environment of Lake Placid makes this one of my favorite race venues. The course is a 1/4 mile long. Changing directions 180 degrees breaks your pace and rhythm. In a pack, I'd do a rollover turn, but here I just tried to hug the buoy. Not very elegant, I'm afraid. By now, Dave and I had opened a gap on the pack. You can see a contrast between their style and ours. Here's the half-mile turn. I took a quick peek at the race clock, but couldn't see my split. Hugging the cable increases the chance of a head-on collision. I actually had 2 during this race. The first knocked my goggles askew, the second fixed them again. But I didn't interrupt my rhythm either time. Here I'm on my 4th quarter-mile leg, passing someone from a later heat who was on their 2nd leg. The 2nd yellow buoy is the finish line, so I shifted into cool-down mode.
Gotta get the reaction shot. Woo!
And there it is, a National Masters record of 24:13.6. There was considerable wind chop this day, which kept time slow overall. So I think I can even drop that record under 23 minutes in the next year or two. The woman with the TI cap and clipboard is race director and TI coach Ann Svensson. She swept the open water records in the 60 to 64 age group, breaking the 2 mile earlier in the summer and the 1 mile this day.